Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your February love reading. St. Valentine's Day is coming, and I'm inspired by Venus's direct move into Capricorn for this last month of activity after almost 5 months of retrograde activity. So, this is allowing us to value ourselves, our physical selves, our body, our aesthetics, our work, our relationships, our possessions, our values. Taking a deep dive in that direction and now moving forward. So I'm going to start, Gemini, by reading an overall energy card for you, which is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands indicates your tremendous work at something. You're almost to the finish line in some area or some activity. My guess is that this is work. This is something you've created. You've been working and investing in it for a very long time, and you are pretty damaged, hurt, wounded by this effort to hold the fort. You are guarding your space, your terrain, your activities, and you are very close to completing this effort at great cost to your health and your well-being. The cards that describe you are the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Sun card. Well, this is beautiful. You are expending a lot of energy defending and rationalizing the efforts that you have made for so long. Your defense of this particular area of activity, this may be a professional activity, something you've created, something you're building, has required a lot of strategizing, a lot of communicating, and a lot of your second guessing best ways to move forward or to strategize. You are juggling an old way of doing something, a way that fulfilled the needs for others, but ultimately you have identified your biggest reward from this project as being your own happiness, your own liberation through a return to natural talents, connecting relationships, situations from your past or opportunities from your formative years that have reconnected you with your naturally occurring gifts and talents, those connections of your most authentic self-expressions of that authentic true self. Your most naturally occurring abilities and an opportunity to give full expression to not only these new truths, but to the joy, the pleasure, and the physical reward, exuberance with which you are now able to illuminate the work and the efforts that you've created so far, but also to lift up and lighten the load for all those involved in this effort. Your love interest, person of interest, or heart's desire is pictured by the Eight of Cups, the Warrior or the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Swords. You are moving back in some ways to assess and experience, to examine some of the efforts that you've made along the way towards building this project. You are looking at those, you're taking a break, you're doing some healing that is helping you to continue to stay connected, to identify this happiness that you're moving towards, this wish fulfillment. You're also recognizing the tremendous progress you've made growth that you've made that has allowed you to recognize that as you're reconnecting to a more natural sense of gifts and expressions, you have grown tremendously. You have made progress, and you are moving forward in the creation of this conceptual foundation, a new foundation that is based on new ideas, new inspirations, new truths that you are beginning to apply to discover these natural talents and gifts within. You are focused on your growth as you move away, ultimately, from a situation that you've outgrown. You have invested tremendous effort and love and attention and support and care into an enterprise, a relationship, or a collaboration that no longer has meaning or significance for you in the way that it has in the past. And as you move away from this old investment, this old familiar arena of activity, you are moving towards the ways in which you are thinking about building a new project, taking a new direction based on a new conceptual framework. You're resolving this. Your next steps are the Moon card, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Yes, I do see you really opening up your emotions, really opening up those spaces within that are unconscious, all of those invisible allies and connections that cannot be seen. This is you plumbing into the mysteries of your efforts, of your relationships, of your lives, while you are re-evaluating or examining the ways in which your relationships are built, the way you have been building relationships, the way that perhaps in the past you have seen your relationships as an either or, and you are now understanding that it is more about a balance and an equal give and take that is what is fueling now your desire to grow and make new connections. But your relationships with all things, be them people or places or opportunities, you are now understanding that it is not your job to caretake the relationship. It is the job of both entities involved to maintain the balance, to keep communication alive, and to interact in a way that serves the needs of both. This relationship is not only securing your inner relationship with yourself, but it is the basis for all your relationships. And you are opening up to your experiences, your emotions, your emotional landscape that has been a part of your formative years, the invisible connections in your life, the invisible forces, unconscious forces that fuel and give you information, some of which you are directly accessing. You are consciously asking for. You're looking for relationships with ancestors, relatives, places, even histories that you are now opening to and exploring in terms of your ability to use this information to build, imagine, create new opportunities for yourself. I'm going to clarify these cards with the Intuitive Knight Goddess Tarot cards. I'm recutting the cards, and I'm going to clarify the Moon card. with the Five of Pentacles and the Spirit or King of Swords. The Moon card is showing that this exploration of your unconscious and connection with these invisible entities in your world, this need to explore the path of dreams and myriad levels of your experience, your history, through your memory. You are moving away from a familiar community. You are turning away from those whose values no longer align with yours. And as you are identifying that the support you're looking for, the help you want, cannot be given by this former community, you are also moving away and seeking in your movement to alter or change the values of this community. So you are using this exploration into your unconscious to gain more information about the new ways, new truths that you are inspired to pursue at this time. This is you witnessing your thoughts and the behaviors that the thoughts generate, so that you are more clearly in alignment with not only new truths, new ideas, but also with the things that give you fulfillment and joy. I'm going to clarify the Sun card here with the Spirit or King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. I see you again, really a master or a mistress of manifestation. You are able and capable of providing the practical and abundant support for yourself and those in your community to be resourceful and to manifest things based on a history of using what you have to create the abundance that you want. The Queen of Cups is also emphasizing this interest and desire to give to yourself, to give by receiving, to allow yourself to cultivate the capacity to receive the gifts that you give so freely to others. So and this is what is providing you with the deepest happiness. So as a child who receives, does not ask, does not turn away or refuse help or support or care or attention, you too are cultivating this self-love, this self-healing that allows you to recognize that you are a person deserving of support, attention, and validation for your feelings. You are allowed to feel good, and relationships and the work that you do can allow you to feel good. You are moving towards doing work that is fulfilling, that is pleasurable, that is joyful. I'm going to finish off this reading, Gemini, with an oracle card from the language of flowers and the crystal oracles. And I'm going to ask you, if you've enjoyed this reading or found it useful, to please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanking all of you that do and have so far. I pulled an orange blossom, and the key word is enthusiasm. The best can be here. Believe it. Beautiful. I'm going to leave it here, Gemini. I am thanking you again for your time and your attention. And until next time, namaste.